Excellent.
It's for you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Edwin, you start your book with a problematic statement. There is an Islamic or a Muslim problem in France. Why does that bother you so much? Why does it deserve a whole book?
Because it was said not by a discussion in a bistro, in a cafe, but by a sort of academic authority, a member of the big, well-known Académie Française. And it was on the public radio, the program more well-known. He said there is now a civilization problem. It's not the property of the extreme right, of the Front National. That's I cry. I am in revolt. And my reply is in this book is to say, you are saying the same thing that 1 century ago people say in France, in all Europe, there is a Jewish problem. And that's an alarm.
Because of what happened later?
Yes.
With the Jewish problem?
Because I hope it's not the same story. When you say there is this word, Muslim, Islam, you design an enemy. And that's the beginning of hate, of terror, of barbary. That's a big challenge for democracy. A democracy, it's not only the will of the majority, it's the respect toward minorities, from diverse religion, from diverse opinion, from diverse origins.
This seems to have come through many different eras as well.
You know, we arrive with no invitation in other culture. Arabic one, Asia, Africa, America.
You invited yourself?
Yes, yes, that's Europe with colonial, with empire. We arrive and we say, you must recognize us as your masters.
That maintained to be this case, you say?
Yes, and now it's a return. We are made of diversity. You eat tomato, you eat chocolate, it came from Mexico, not from Europe. Many things in our food, in our culture, in our rich buildings, that came from the richest of the other world, the third world.
Right.
And now the third world is also around the table.
Right.
He want to eat like us. He want democracy like us. He want justice like us. And that's the challenge.
You say in the book at one point that it is particularly that kind of fatigue with hatred towards the other that will compromise democracy.
Yes, democracy is to recognize the diversity, the social diversity. Because immigrants, they are not richest people. They come to the working class. They came to the suburb. If you create this war in the name of national identity, it's to kill the social question. And democracy is linked to the social question because it's equality. Equality. I can vote, I can speak, I can decide, I can debate. And what they want, the powerful financial richest oligarchy, they want the war for poor people against poor people. My identity against your identity, my Christianity against your Muslim culture or Islamic faith.
This is the good old divide and rule?
Yes, exact.
It seems that Europe and France and the United States are involved in two fronts at the same time. The front of the war on terror outside the West, notably in the Middle East, wars, Afghanistan, Iraq, bombings, Somalia, Yemen, and so on and so forth. And then there is the discrimination and then the security solutions within the West. Is the domestic policy now the continuation of the war on terror outside Europe?
It's the risk. If you go to war without politics, without debate, without democracy, it returns and it creates a state of order, a state of police, a state of security, a state of fear. And that's the danger. It's not only outside, it's inside. They create monsters, attacks against our rights, against our freedom, against the principle of democracy. That was the lesson of the Patriot Act in the United States, and the so-called war against terror was also a war against US democracy.
There's something deeper now within the establishments in the West that need those sort of security solutions?
I don't know. I fight as a citizen, and I hope I am optimist when you fight.
You fight non-violently,
yes,
of course.
Yes, I fight. I fight for these ideas,
right.
And I think it's an appeal for all the people in the world to be aware of, I repeat, the fragility of our world, of our interdependent world. And if we go with this sort of very destructive simplification, that's war, terror, jihad, crusade, it will be the end of our hope of justice, freedom, and dignity and democracy. We fight for that, and there is people like us in all the countries of the world.
And this book does the same thing.
I do, I think.
Thank you, Edwin. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.